Wait, what? Oh, it's because the Eliki is not max speed on this team. YouTube, today we're trying out a brand new team, and this team got 34th at Japan Nationals featuring Sylveon and Cinderace. Yes, this is a really cool team and I really want to try it out. And if you do want to check out the details of the team, there is a paste bin available in the description down below alongside the report and the creator. Go check them out. If you want to grab the rental code, it's available on your screen. And of course, if you do enjoy the videos, be sure to leave a like down below, leave a comment down below, as it really does help me out. But let's get started and play some games. Calyrex, Shadow Rider, Whimsicott, Kyogre, Grimmsnarl, Amoonguss, and Thundurus. Okay, 3 support Pokemon and 3 really offensive mons. Huh. Yveltal, of course, going to be really difficult for them to handle, but there is the Thundurus that can be a little bit concerning right here. Regieleki with the Assault Vest, of course, is really good against their team because it really denies a lot of things that they could really pressure with. My Cinderace with Sucker Punch also can really threaten their field as well. I actually have quite a few options. Water Spout. I see Wind Helping Hand, Fake Out. This is a crazy Blastoise. I could see myself bringing the Blastoise though, potentially. It's not that bad. I like Eliki for sure here. Eliki is definitely going to be broad. I think Eliki plus maybe Sylveon. I actually could see myself going with the Sylveon mode here. It is pretty decent against my opponent's team if it could slow down the Thundurus, which I'm mainly concerned about. You know what? Let's go with Eliki plus like Sylveon here, and then back I want Yveltal. And ooh, this is a tricky part. I'm thinking like either Blastoise or maybe Cinderace just for the Sucker Punch. I don't really like Calyrex, Shadow Rider in this matchup. It really does not help out with anything, so I am thinking Cinderace. Why not? Let's try it out with the double Sucker Punch option. Could go really in against this team. It's just really interesting to see this kind of like hyper offensive team, I guess I could say. I mean, I think they have to lead Thundurus. I don't know what they're leading with Thundurus, but they have to pressure my they really have to pressure my Yveltal otherwise. Amoonguss Thundurus makes a lot of sense here. I'm not okay. So Amoonguss Thundurus versus Regieleki plus the Sylveon. Max Lightning seems pretty good here. I don't have to go for an Airstream immediately, and it seems really strong against this. I could also go for Airstream, but I don't think like I really need Airstream that much. So I think I am just gonna go for a Lightning here because I want to deny the Amoonguss from getting a Spore off. I guess the question is, does the Thundurus go for like a really hard read and commit to like a potential, is this Rage Powder I guess as well? Because I don't know. I think Max Lightning is probably fine. I kind of want to target down the Amoonguss if possible right here. So if I want to target the Amoonguss, I think I could also go for Safeguard too. I guess Safeguard isn't too bad. A lot of options. I think I'm gonna Max Lightning though and yawn the Thundurus, because if they Rage Powder, it's not really too bad for us. I think if they go for, I mean, like the Thundurus is not doing that much damage other than to my Sylveon. Like Eliki is a huge threat to them, and once I start getting some Airstream boost safely, I think I'm in a really good position. So they go for a Max Guard, for instance, trying to catch a Max Lightning and a Spore. I really want to punish that if possible. I could have went for an Airstream plus a Safeguard, but that also is like vulnerable to a few other factors. Yeah, they go for a Protect actually. Well, actually no, if it was not Max Guard, then that's completely fine, right? So I do get Max Lightning off into the Amoonguss right here, so that's some free chip damage, which I will gladly take here. Amoonguss gonna be like, actually did do quite a bit of damage right there. Okay. This should be Spore attempt then. So I was always going to go for the Max Lightning here. I go for the Yawn into the Thundurus. If they didn't Rage Powder, I was in a pretty good spot. I felt like they do go for the Spore attempt into the Sylveon actually. Okay, really interesting. I'm going to go for a, well, they have to probably Dynamax here, and they have to Rage Powder, I would say. So I'm going to go for the Airstream and the Max in the Hyper Voice right here. Just get some damage off into the Amoonguss. I don't know if I pick up the knock on Amoonguss, but either way, like I feel with Eliki just like getting 2 Airstream boosts, it's going to be really hard for them to really stop me right here. Hyper Voice is going to do an okay amount of damage to the Thundurus, and I just don't know if I KO the Amoonguss. Probably not with the Koba Berry. So next turn I could go for a Yawn potentially. Let's see here. Gonna be Rage Power does come out from the Amoonguss. Not too surprising. Okay, it really works out for us. I really wonder if what happened if I went for a Safeguard earlier, but I don't know if I could change this much. Here comes an Airstream into Amoonguss. Not Koba Berry, but it does bring it pretty low to where Hyper Voice should pick up the knockout, which is very, very ideal here. Let's see what the Thunderous is going to go for. Probably that Airstream as well. Yep, they're going to match the Airstreams into my Sylveon. Yep, that does... Wait, is that crit? That just knocked out Sylveon? Ah, that just KO'd. Oh, wow. I am very surprised about that. Life Orb? I thought the Sylveon was bulky enough to survive that, but looks like... I guess that's the power of Thunderous right here. Okay. I guess I'm going out into my Cinderace. I mean, Cinderace is fine. I don't think this is that bad of a position in the long term, although Tailwind, I guess, could be a little bit scary. But yeah, we just Airstream the Amoonguss here always. Try to pick up that knockout, and then we're going to go for a Pyro Ball into the Thunderous slot and get that damage off into Thunderous, which... this isn't terrible. They go for the Rage Powder again, which is not too surprising. They can't afford a Max Lightning into Thunderous. So Max Lightning into Thunderous is an absolute disaster for them. Airstream going to come out into the Moongus, going to pick up that knockout. So now my Eliki +2 speed. My Cinderace is also at +1, but it shouldn't matter. Unless I guess I get the burn on Thunderous this turn, which I don't think is really that necessary. It's nice, but it's like not necessary at all. Airstream going to come out into my Eliki. Actually, they leave my Cinderace alone, but it makes sense as well. Okay. Oh, that's a crit. I was like wondering, that should not have done that much to Eliki, even with Life Orb. Yeah, so please hit the Pyro Ball. Okay, we do hit the Pyro Ball. Very nice. Ooh, good damage because of Revenge crit. That's amazing for us, actually. Do we Sucker Punch KO that? Because if we do, that's fantastic right here. Because even if they go Whims, it's not that big of a deal here. Let's see. If it's Whims... No, Kyogre comes out. Okay. I don't know about this one. I'm pretty sure Sucker Punch plus Wall Charge just wins us the game. Even then, just a Wall Charge in general, I think, just wins us the game right here. Now, we're always going to click Wall Charge into the Kyogre slot and a Sucker Punch right here. Yeah, like there's no reason not to, so let's just go for it. We could also Wall Charge the Thunderous and I guess also like go for a high jump kick into Kyogre, but I don't really want to risk it. I could Sucker Punch the Kyogre, but I don't think it's needed. They have Protect. Interesting. Normally these teams run like a Choice Scarf variant, so that's interesting. Sucker Punch going to come out, but I guess this one's Mystic Water then. Okay. So Sucker Punch going to come out from my Cinderace, which is going to be able to eliminate that Thunderous thanks to that Pyro Ball critical hit from earlier. Yet if I didn't get like crit earlier with the Eliki, I'm pretty sure I lived the Airstream and would have been able to pressure with the Wall Charge onto the Kyogre still. So I guess it kind of balances out right there, which is really nice. Let's see. Final Pokemon is going to be the Calyx, and it's looking pretty good for us because we could just click Wall Charge. We could click Sucker Punch. We still have a Yveltal in the back, which is very, very comfortable here in this end game. This Calyx needs quite a bit here in order to work out. The Kyogre needs to get Double Protect. The Calyx needs to be Focus Sash in order to pay this off right here. So let's see if that's going to be the case right here. And even then, I still get Yveltal in, and Sucker Punch is going to threaten a lot. They protect the Calyx. Are you Sash Kyogre? Which I don't think you are, because he would have probably attacked the last turn if you were. Wall Charge going to come out into the Kyogre and does pick up that knockout. So maybe hoping for a throw right there where I double the Calyx in a world. But overall, felt like I was in a pretty strong position here. And now I just guarantee win the game because I click Sucker Punch and I don't have Assurance. I have Electro Web, so I'm just going to click Wall Charge twice. Yeah, I don't have Assurance. But yeah. Overall, really strong. They actually did not have the best answers to Eliki, and the Cinderace cleanup gang was actually really nice. I didn't expect Airstream to KO my Sylveon though. That was not what I thought. I thought the Sylveon was bulkier. I guess I gotta pay attention more to the EV spreads, but I guess Life Orb Thunderous does do quite a bit of damage, and Sylveon not the best defensively. It was actually Sash Calyx, so they could have actually made a play of going for to protect the double Kyogre and the Natural Barrage right there, but thankfully, they did not go for that and get the double. But even then, like Yveltal Life Orb is going to do a ton of damage. Dark Aura boosted Sucker Punches. Yeah, we just had like an insane amount of pressure against their team. And yeah, let's check out the rest of the team. Lagging Tail Grim with the trick. With Focus Sash Calyx right here with Willow's Expanding Force. Okay. The Sea Incense Kyogre, which makes a lot of sense. It was timid, didn't have much bulk, so my Yveltal would have really gone in. The Cobra Berry Whimsicott. The Rocky Helmet Amoonguss. Okay, and the Life Orb Thunderous, which actually I was very surprised that I KO'd my Sylveon, but it did really luckily it didn't really matter thanks to Eliki. Eliki was just so good against their team, and yeah, I just put on a lot of pressure, especially with the dark types that I had with Yveltal and I guess Cinderace with Libero. Incineroar, Yveltal, Lilligant, Reggie, Eliki, Indeedee, Kyogre. Why is there a random Lilligant on this team? That is my question. There's no sun. Okay, Sylveon actually can put in some work here, surprisingly, because it has really good special defense. As long as it isn't like a Life Orb Yveltal, which I guess it could be, or I guess a physical Eliki, which also could be concerning. Eliki, of course, is really good here too. I like Eliki Sylveon lead. It actually does do quite a bit here. In the back, my own Yveltal is really solid, and then Blastoise or Cinderace, I could see either of them doing decent here. I'm kind of leaning towards more of do I like the Blastoise or do I like the Cinderace more, because I like having the sash right here. You know what, let's do it. I don't know what you're gonna bring against me. That's the weird part, because I like having Cinderace, because if they don't bring the Indeedee, Sucker Punch actually does do quite a bit of damage, especially to like a Kyogre, which would be really nice, or clean up the Eliki in the late game. That could be really solid. But this is such a weird matchup. We're gonna see a Eliki Incineroar lead. Okay. Oh boy, I'm not liking the outs right here. We lead our Sylveon plus our Eliki versus their Eliki and Incineroar. Okay. Not super promising, but I'm okay with kind of trading the Eliki for some pressure. I'm going to go for an Electro up immediately, and I'm going to go for a Hyper Voice. I'm just going to get damage off immediately. There's no point of yawning if they have the Max Lightning that they could just fire off. I'm really hoping that this is special Eliki, because I have an Assault Vest and I have a specially defensive Sylveon. If they are physical Eliki, this is really bad. Yeah, we'll find out. I don't know if it would be or not. Let's see. Dynamax does come out. It is from Incineroar Dynamax in turn 1? Okay. I know it's good against my team, but was not expecting the Incineroar Dynamax turn 1. Okay, that's interesting. We're gonna see. That's actually probably good for me. They Electro up. Okay, that's fine. I get like a speed drop. I'm gonna trade it for theirs. Okay. That's very unique here. All right. So we get a Hyper Voice and an Electro Web off, which maybe we can knock out the Eliki. I don't know. I can't tell if that's a Assault Vest Eliki or not. This Hyper Voice is going to do a decent amount of damage, but it's not like amazing damage here. Hyper Voice is going to come out. Ooh, actually does KO the Eliki right there. That's actually pretty huge. Okay. I was not expecting that much damage, but I'll definitely take it. That Darkness gets fired off into the Eliki. Interesting. Okay. Eliki hanging on because of the Assault Vest and how bulky it was from earlier. Being able to survive that Electro Web combination with this Max Darkness is so huge because of that Assault Vest taking less damage from the Electro Web. But yeah, that's a pretty big hit here. A Yveltal coming in. Okay. I'll take it. If they're Sucker Punching, that's okay, I guess. They have to Sucker Punch, right? I think they have to. I'm going into Cinderace here, and I'm going to click Hyper Voice. I think you only bring out the Yveltal if you're going to click Sucker Punch. If you don't click Sucker Punch here, I think we reveal basically the information on the Yveltal right here. I will click Hyper Voice gladly and get some more free damage into both of these mons that I really like chipping away with Hyper Voice. Sylveon actually putting in a lot of work right here. We will switch out to Eliki. We will bring out our Cinderace, which I guess it could be a little bit risky, but we'll see here. Gonna be a Snarl coming out. Okay, so no Sucker Punch. Okay. So we'll be doing a bit less damage, but still some pretty solid amount. Like this could put the Yveltal into range of Wild Charge guaranteed, which I really like here. Oh my goodness, that did a lot to the Incineroar because of a critical hit. Okay. And Flare coming out into Sylveon. Do we live? If we live, that's actually kind of crazy. But no, Sylveon does go down here, which I will gladly be fine with. Okay. My only issue is maybe I should just... I didn't want to Wall Charge because I didn't KO the Yveltal. I didn't KO them right there. I either go Yveltal or I go Eliki here. Both are actually like pretty reasonable. I think I always go out in a... No, I always go out in Eliki actually. Yeah, I always go in Eliki because it should be Kyogre in the back probably. I go for the high jump kick into the Incineroar, and I go for the max airstream into their Yveltal, which should pick up a knockout this range. So they can't knock out my Yveltal, and I should be super safe. If they decide to like Sucker Punch or attack with the Yveltal, high jump kick's always safe here, and they're gonna forfeit the game. Oh man, they forfeit the game because I guess they're like, oh, I can't do anything, especially with the Eliki in the back that can pressure the Kyogre. So I guess they didn't have anything. Like even if they max guarded, for instance, by Cinderace still lives. Even if they dodge like A double up doesn't even knock out my Yveltal unless they get extremely lucky. I think even with crits, they probably don't knock me out. They'd have to get extremely lucky even then to be in that position. And then Eliki just kind of cleans up afterward because I can just Airstream KO the Yveltal. I can Airstream the Incineroar the next turn because his Dynamax is over. Eliki Wall Charge cleans up the Kyogre. Yeah, outspeeds any Scarf variants. And yeah, I just didn't see a way out. So yeah, just being able to like really like the damage adding up with Sylveon. Like I don't think the crit was necessary because I'm pretty sure the Incineroar was still probably going down to high jump kick most likely. But definitely did pay off right there. We were able to really put on the pressure with the lead Sylveon and Eliki. It just kind of set up for like our end game with our Yveltal. Poliwhirl, Incineroar, Zacian, Amoonguss, Thundurus, and Kyogre. We actually featured this Poliwhirl team a couple of days ago on the channel right here. Okay, this is kind of unique here because matchup wise it's not amazing for me, but it's not terrible. We have quite a few ways to actually outplay this. I really like our Eliki here with our Blastoise. That's really solid right here against my opponent's team. And in the back, this is where it gets a little bit questionable. I'm thinking of Calyrex and probably the Yveltal right here, and I do kind of like that. Let's see how this is going to go because the Poliwhirl does have access to Encore and a few other factors, but we do have an Assault Vest Eliki alongside Fake Out Pressure from the Blastoise and Speed Control with the Blastoise as well, which is actually really good here. So we can go for Fake Out and Lightning and deny a lot of what they can accomplish with Poliwhirl if they lead it. Poliwhirl Kyogre does lead here. I'm not too surprised here. Okay. So the Blastoise lead is going to be really good. We can Fake Out the Poliwhirl and just Max Lightning, and we can dodge a lot of potential options that they do have here. I do actually want to KO the Poliwhirl, I think, because Poliwhirl... Icy Wind is just really scary, I think, upcoming. So yeah, we're gonna Fake Out and Max Lightning the Poliwhirl slot. They don't have a ground switching, which is really nice here. And I guess I could take the KO on Kyogre. I don't really mind a Water Spout going off into the Eliki slot because my Eliki is still going to be able to like really threaten them. What was the Zacian again? It was sub on this team, right? I'm pretty sure it was sub Sacred Sword. I don't think it was Quick Attack. Quick Attack could be a little bit of an issue if it's changed, but we'll see. Fake Out plus Lightning just seems super safe here. It is going to be Fake Out coming out. They don't switch, no Dynamax, so Poliwhirl is going to get nuked immediately. I just want to avoid the Icy Wind situation. I feel like that's just way more important. I guess I could have Airstream, but it doesn't really matter too much. So we do get a Max Lightning combination off. Goodbye, Poliwhirl. I mean, Max Lightning can just threaten the Kyogre the following turn, and I have a single target Water Spout in the rain, I guess, against the Zacian if I really want it, but I'm probably just going to Icy Wind anyway. Water Spout is going to come out from the Kyogre, and it does do a lot of damage, but it's not a knockout by any means necessary. And the Blastoise having Rain Dish, which is kind of nice right here. Okay, Blastoise. Let's see. Zacian coming in. We could also Helping Hand Max Lightning. Oh, Thundurus, actually. Okay. Huh. I mean, I always just Max Lightning here, the Kyogre, and what am I doing with you? That's my question. I guess I'm just going to click... I think I Icy Wind here. Yeah, I'm gonna Max Lightning Icy Wind, I'm pretty sure. I think it's pretty acceptable. We're gonna see a Dynamax come out, which, I mean, that makes sense. It should be the Thundurus. I don't think this is Kyogre. If it's Kyogre, it just goes straight down. I'm pretty sure the Max Lightning Electric Terrain. Yeah, good. The Thundurus, okay. Helping Hand Max Lightning is definitely a play I can do into the Thundurus the next turn. Or, I mean, I'm pretty sure Eliki's living the turn. I don't know if Blastoise living the turn, though. That's actually going to be the questionable part. But if it doesn't, that's fine. Because I still have, like, quite a few options. Like, Sucker Punch Max Lightning is a play from my Yveltal that I can switch into. So, Kyogre goes down here. Really nice. And we're going to see a Airstream come out into who? It is going to target down my Eliki. Okay, Eliki does survive. Yep, beautiful. Okay, nice. So now I get an Icy Wind off into the Thundurus. It is now at +2 attack, but I don't think that's that bad for me realistically. Unless the Zacian was changed to Quick Attack, which I'm pretty sure... I play so many teams, so I don't know if this is Sub Zacian or Quick Attack Zacian. If it's Quick Attack, I probably just screwed myself, but we'll find out, I guess. We're going to go for Helping Hand Max Lightning the following turn, of course. That is always going to be our play. And... even if we don't get the double, I actually think we're still in an okay position at the end of the day. So let's just see how this goes. We're going to go for the Helping Hand Max Lightning here and reveal it. So Max Lightning. This is off wall charge, right? Should be. Yeah, this is Max Lightning off wall charge. We go for it into Thunderous. We're going for the Helping Hand too to guarantee the KO into the Thunderous. We always outspeed. I don't know if the Zacian is going to protect here or not, but let's find out. Helping Hand going to come out from the Blastoise, and we're going to see Protect. Nice. Okay, that should secure it, unless, I guess, if they go for a Max Guard, but that's fine too. Okay, that's fine too, yeah. As they slow down an extra turn, so I'm not really that concerned here. I'm gonna go for Helping Hand, Max Lightning, I'm pretty sure, into, or Wall Charge, I guess. I think Wall Charge should still probably pick up the knockout into their Thunderous. Maybe I'm wrong, but I guess I could Electroweb pretty safely here. I was really hoping that I can get the KO here. I mean, it's not really that bad of a position, but still, I mean, I don't really want to risk missing here, so I think I'd rather just Helping Hand, Wall Charge. I guess. I mean, yeah, I think Thunderous goes down to Sucker Punch from Yveltal, I'm pretty sure. So I think all I need is like chip in a Zacian. But the thing about Zacian is it can be really scary. You know what? I'm Helping Hand Max while charging the Zacian. The reason I'm going to go for the Zacian this time is because after Dynamax is over, after another Life Orb recoil hit from the Thunderous, I'm pretty sure it's in range of Sucker Punch from Yveltal, so I think that's like a really important thing to note. We actually almost just OHKO'd a Zacian, which is crazy there. Okay. All right. Not bad. We're going to see Play Rough coming out into the Blastoise, which makes a lot of sense. Ooh, actually, they don't get the Airstream boost. That's huge for me. That's huge for me that they don't get the Airstream boost, because now I have a Calyrex that just outspeeds them. Oh, that's amazing for me, actually. Okay, so this endgame is actually like really set up cleanly. We go for a Astral Barrage here. We go for a Sucker Punch, and I think that just seals it right here. Okay. That is really nice here because we can Sucker Punch. I'm going to double check to make sure the Calyrex is Timid max speed, but I'm pretty sure it is. And I'm going to double check if they did get like a speed boost at all at any point in the game, but I'm pretty sure they didn't because they Airstreamed, I Icy Winded, they Max Guarded, and then the Airstream failed. They didn't get a boost, right? Nope, no boost, no boost, no boost. Excellent. Double checking my Calyrex before I throw if this is Jolly Exhaustion, which I can't remember. Nice. Okay, we're max speed. And Astral Barrage. We go. And Sucker Punch into the Thunderous. Let's see if my calcs are right. I'm pretty sure. Well, actually, I guess since it didn't take the Life Orb hit, we can't 100% confirm. But yeah, let's see. The Protect. Sucker Punch going to come out from Yveltal. I guess this is Gen 7 Sucker Punch. Okay, no, yeah, we was still blown back the Thunderous. Okay. The only difference is it could have been scary because they could have also had like a Airstreamed Zacian, which meant my Calyrex was going to underspeed it. So Sucker Punch endgame was still kind of like relatively, might have been a guessing game, but I think it gave me the best odds regardless. So this ends up really working out for us. We are just able to clean up with our restricteds right here. And yeah. I think the thing is about Poliwhirl, I kind of know like how to stop it, especially since I do know the team information is pretty huge. And I knew that thing could really be scary with Icy Wind support. Icy Wind could have definitely screwed me over, so I had to get rid of it as quick as possible. And yeah, sure, I took a water spout, but I was pretty able to comfortably live it. And then Max Lightning afterward was just super strong there. So yeah, felt pretty good about how I played overall. Calyrex, Shadow Rider, Zacian, Thunderous, Incineroar, Rillaboom, and Grimmsnarl. Interesting to see the Grimmsnarl on this team, but okay. Otherwise, matchup-wise, it's kind of interesting. I don't think they're really bringing the Shadow Rider, especially as a lead here. The Zacian is probably going to be one of the biggest threats right here, I'd say for sure. I wonder what I want to go because I'm thinking like maybe I think Eliki puts on a lot of pressure, especially with Blastoise. I also kind of like the Cinderace. Cinderace is not a bad lead here either. It really just depends. I don't know. Do I like Yveltal in this matchup? It's pretty decent overall. I think I want to go with Eliki. Maybe Eliki plus the Cinderace isn't bad. I could see it doing really well here. Yeah, I'm actually going to go with Eliki plus Cinderace. I could see like a lot of things that could force them into awkward positions. And then I think in the back, I think it's Yveltal. And I want to say Blastoise, which I think I'm bringing Blastoise just for fake out pressure, switching to Zacian. I don't think I need Calyrex, although maybe it was better here. I don't think Sylveon's it. I just feel like Sylveon doesn't play well into this combination. It only is good for Grimmsnarl and maybe Calyrex, but the thing is I don't think to bring Calyrex. So let's see how this matchup is going to go. Thunderous Rillaboom is not too surprising. Okay, so Not a bad lead for us here. We do lead off with our Eliki and our Cinderace, so not terrible. Although I think the Thundurus is faster than Cinderace, if I'm not mistaken, because I think this is a Adamant Cinderace, which is kind of throwing me off right here. Let me double check. I think it is. Yeah, we're Adamant Cinderace, so not exactly the best spot, but not terrible either. I think I could go for an Airstream if I want to. I could go for a Max Lightning here. Max Lightning is not too bad either. I think Max Lightning is probably super safe into the Thunderous turn 1. And I kind of want to just go on the attack right here. I don't think I mind it. You know what? I'm just going to go for attacks right here. I'm going to double up because they have to read a who am I Dynamaxing to, which is also a pretty important factor. So I'm going to double up the Thunderous. If they max guard, really good play on their part, but I don't know if you're risking your Rillaboom as well on this turn 1. Let's see here, though. We will Dynamax our Eliki, and I don't know, because a double up shouldn't KO my Eliki unless it's Knuckle Woodhammer specifically, which would be a very, very strange read right here. It's a playable one, but I don't know if that's going to be the case here. We're going to see a Dynamax come out. They also could Dynamax Rillaboom in theory, but I feel like if I Dynamax this Cinderace, they would be an awful spot for you. So let's find out. I could have Electrowebbed as well and went for a max move from my Cinderace, which I also thought could have been a very viable play. So this lead is very tricky actually, because no matter what, like one of these max mons is going to be actually really scary for the opposing team. I think I'm going to come out into the Cinderace, so they got that read right. Okay. Which is okay. A Max Lightning is going to come out into the Thunderous, and that should do a pretty sizable amount. Yeah, that's a really, really good damage right there. So not too bad, although they do get this turn to get a really good Airstream off into probably my Cinderace for a double. Oh, they target the Eliki. Wait, that's actually really good for me because Cinderace does outspeed the Rillaboom, and I do have Max Lightning pressure against it. Okay. Not that bad at all for us here. Okay. I feel like Thunderous definitely... Actually, I don't know. Well, it wasn't Life Orb, so I'm going to Max Lightning it anyway. Should I Sucker Punch, I guess? Because it... Well, Sucker Punch doesn't matter because even if they go Incineroar, the Electric Terrain should allow me to KO the Thunderous, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I just Pyro Ball here, I guess. Super safe. I imagine their back is probably Incineroar and Zacian combination. We are to see the Rillaboom swap out. This should probably be Incineroar. Oh, Calyrex actually got brought out here. I'm very shocked about that. Okay, that actually works out really well for me. Okay. Let's see what the Thunderous does. Does it max guard or does it just attack here? Because, wait, what? Oh, it's because the Eliki is not max speed on this team. I'm so used to just Eliki just outspeeding a Thunderous, but this is one of the downsides to not running a max speed Eliki. Wow, okay. Is it terrible? No, not really. It's still very, very playable for us. Is that amazing for us? No, we could have just had a KO Thunderous moment into a Pyro Ball moment into the Calyrex. This is still okay though. We can go on to Yveltal. I guess the thing is I had to preserve Yveltal. Our Rillaboom going to come back in, which is fine. Okay. As we do bring out our Yveltal right here. And it's not exactly super easy to handle, I suppose. We do want to go for probably a Max Lightning here. Grassy Glide and Astral Barrage is going to hurt, but it shouldn't knock out unless it's like Choice Specs Calyrex or maybe a Life Orb Calyrex. We're going to go for a Max Strike always to play, or maybe Max Airstream. Max Airstream in the Foul Play is probably always correct here. Yeah, I'm going to go for Foul Play plus Airstream. Let's go for it here. Let's see if they fake out. They do go for the fake out. Okay. Couldn't went for the Max Lightning, but that's all right. We're going to see Astral Barrage. All right. That does a pretty significant amount, but not nearly enough. An Airstream is going to come out into their Rillaboom, which probably puts in Sucker Punch range, I want to imagine, because we're Life Orb Sucker Punch. And the Life Orb Sucker Punch is actually pretty crucial right here. Because if I can KO their Rillaboom, I think this is still very doable with the Blastoise, but being solo Spout is actually kind of really strange right here. Okay. So this play, we're always going for a Wild Charge, or I think we always Electroweb here. Yeah, we always Electroweb here. Or I could Bounce, but Bounce is, I think Bounce would put me in a worse spot the upcoming turn. Yeah, I'd rather just Electroweb here. And let's Sucker Punch the Rillaboom. Let's see. Sucker Punch gonna come out. Life Orb, Yveltal, Dorkroar does KO the Rillaboom. Fantastic. Please hit the Electroweb, please. I want to break the sash on the onto the Calyrex. Okay, really good, really good. And we lowered speed, so now Yveltal's faster and can get a foul play off in the future. This is probably Astral Barrage. Does it KO my Eliki? Probably does. I wouldn't be surprised. If it doesn't, a pretty good spot for us. Astral Barrage. Ooh, Eliki survives barely. Okay, okay. That's actually really good for us. All right. I really like that position. All right. So the Calyrex is still a little bit awkward in this end game. The Zacian is probably coming out here. I mean, it has to be Zacian, right? Yeah, it is Zacian. I think I always go for a Wild Charge into the Zacian, pick up the knockout, and I protect Yveltal. Unless the Calyrex has a specific move like a sub here, I think it's pretty safe. I should always be able to get a Wild Charge off into the Zacian slot, and I should always be able to get a Protect off with the Yveltal. And then next turn I can threaten Fake Out pressure into the Zacian, because I think it's probably Protect from Calyrex, but we'll see. Yeah, it is Protect. Nice, 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 nice. Okay. So as long as this isn't sub and a double Protect from Calyrex, I think I'm fine. Wall Charge into the Zacian. Very, very good damage right there. Extremely good damage. So goodbye, Eliki. Behemoth Blade going to go off into the Yveltal's Protect. Foul Play should always knock out the Calyrex at that range. Yeah, I think this is very, very ideal for our endgame scenario. We go on to Blastoise, which is this is going to be clutch. Blastoise actually really coming in clutch here for the final mon. All right. I guess if it was Calyrex, we also probably... Calyrex lost to a double Protect, and yeah, Calyrex lost to a double Protect from their Calyrex, I want to say. Or a Speed Tie, potentially. We Fake Out the Zacian, we Foul Play the Calyrex. And yeah, we always want to take the KO onto the Calyrex here if we can. They go for a double, which makes sense. As long as it wasn't a triple, I think it was fine, because I would just go for a Foul Play again into a Water Spout, I want to say. But then it could get a little bit awkward depending on how well the Zacian takes it. But yeah, Foul Play into the Calyrex. Very, very beautiful damage. And Helping Hand Foul Play, I feel like, does the most coming up. I guess if you're Quick Attack, this is a little bit strange, but we'll see. I'm just going to go for Helping Hand. Actually, if their Quick Attack is better to Spout, right? It is better to Spout if it's Quick Attack. Yeah, it is better. So Foul Play here. Actually, no, if they had it, they would have just... No, they could have went for it last turn. I faked out. Okay, perfect. So Foul Play into the Zacian. Actually, just Okos the Zacian. That is not a bulky Zacian. That was a frail Zacian. With a lot of attack investment. So Yveltal, that's just insane damage, man. That is insane damage. But we are able to seal up the win, thankfully. I think, like, overall... even though we lost our... we really lost our Cinderace for the fact that we were jolly. But I guess... Or not jolly. We were not max speed on the Regieleki. But the fact that we were bulky meant we were actually able to survive and get that big wall charge off in a Zacian, which was actually like really nice damage overall. So I don't know if it really mattered too much in the end, because I still think Foul Play into like Water Spout, into like our Water Spout, but it could have still been a little bit dicey, I suppose. And I guess it also opened up because Eliki wouldn't have survived that turn. I go for the Fake Out Foul Play, and then I forced the Foul Play. Yeah, I guess it was actually better that the Eliki survived. Although we could have probably overwhelmed with the Cinderace opening. Potentially, but overall, luckily we were able to pick up some early knockouts, and then we were able to really position against the Calc Shatterer Zacian endgame correctly. And that is the show. Wow, Sylveon putting in some work there. Would have been pretty interesting, I think, for the Trick Room matchup, because I would have liked to seen how Sylveon really plays under the Trick Room specifically. And there were some really cool things about this team overall. The Water Spout Blastoise was definitely interesting. The Sash Cinderace was actually pretty useful for the most part. The Assault Vest Eliki, of course, really strong. The Calyrex with the Life Orb Yveltal was pretty interesting. But yeah, if you did enjoy today's video, be sure to leave a like down below, leave a comment down below. It does help me out. If you want to check out the details of the team, the creator, and the team report, available in the description down below. You can grab the rental code on your screen until it is unavailable. Who knows? Make sure you grab while you can, and check out the rest of my Series 12 content, where there's a lot of cool teams and a lot of fun Pokemon. But that's going to be it for me. Have a great day, people, and until we bow again, I'll catch y'all later.